what are you supposed to do on set and what are you not supposed to do, like in general, I guess?
The first biggest rule, what you're supposed not to do on a set, you take picture of either actor or actress, director. Well, you can kind of do it secretly, but you're not like supposed to like let everyone know you are taking picture of them. At least you should ask them.
Especially
Definitely,
if it's a naked scene.
especially it's like when you're filming, like the camera's rolling and you are aside taking picture of them. You want to be professional on set.
Yeah, I want to mention that the other thing probably be aware of. Don't just kind of common sense rules that don't pick someone's stuff if you without asking for.
Oh yes.
Don't interrupt the production workflow and.
Especially on a set, you will be seeing a lot of equipment everywhere, and do not think you are also a part of production. That means you can just pick it up by yourself.
Right.
They say you are working on something and you realize you need a assistant. You can't just go like the green truck and pick the green screen without ask anyone's permission.
Right.
Because when you're on a set, there are so many different departments, and each department have their own duty. So you're not able to like go ask like maybe customer department, hey, can I borrow an assistant? Now you have to go to grid department, ask like maybe best boy or key grid, whoever is in charge for the department, ask like, hey, can I borrow an assistant? Remember, be nice because you will need their help a lot. Always be nice on the set. Do not like being.
Yeah, politeness is the key. I
not
guess.
being rude or mean. Even if you feel like they're not doing a good job, you don't really like them. No, always, even though you don't like them, pretend you like them.
Yeah, especially when you work like 12 hours or 16 hours
Yeah.
a day, things might get stressful sometimes, and
Yeah, especially you will be with those people like sometimes over a week, sometimes over a month,
even more. Yeah.
even more. So you never want to like be mean person on the set. Always be nice. Always ask. If you're not sure what department is this or which department you should ask for whatever question you have, it's fine. Just go ask anyone and ask them, hey, I have this question. Who you think I should go ask?
Right.
What are the key people on set, and who is the most important person to talk to for visual effects?
Yeah, I think like the most important person for us is the assistant director and DP, because this is the two people. Assistant director, he ruled the set. He in charge of the schedule. He in charge of the flow of the shooting, and he can basically give you anything that you want as the VFX supervisor on set. And the DP, he is just in charge of the camera and all the picture, which your main concern as the VFX supervisor.
Yes. So basically, you talk to first AD, which is the first assistant director, regarding to the schedule. You talk to him for all the schedule you need.
Right.
Hey, I need to shoot combo. I need to shoot HDR after the shot. Make sure no one touch the light, no one remove the light. Or you need to shoot HDR, so you need kind of environment being empty. You talk to him like, hey, I need to shoot this thing. I need everyone out for 5 minutes. You need to give him a specific time you need, and as short as possible, because we always fight with the time. Then DP is the other key person you will be working with very close, because all the VFX shots you kind of need to negotiate and discuss with DP like how we do this for VFX. Let's say there's a entire CG shot, just a green screen, and you will need to like kind of figure out with DP like how we move the camera is best for post production.
Or sometimes be just a compromise. If there is not a lot of budget for the movie, you can say, okay, if you do this way, that will be really expensive for visual effects. And then DP said, all right, I can do this from this angle, and there will be no VFX this way.
Sometimes you will have to kind of like discuss with DP, come up with the easiest way to reach the goal, instead of like, oh, we just do this or fix all of these in post. No, we don't have the budget, we don't have time. So definitely you will have to kind of work with DP very, very close to figure out the camera move. Or sometimes even it's no VFX, just kind of stare around the video barrage, check the monitor. If you see something like, hey, I see there's a guy on background is it okay, or you want me to remove in post, or you want to do another tag. This is some little thing you need to be careful with.
Right.
And the other key person is also director. Because basically, if the question DP can answer you, then you have to go to director to figure out what exactly you want.
But
Like-
this is kind of just the
Yeah.
normal cases, just
Yeah.
if the DP can answer that. Yeah. I think the grid department is important too, right?
Well, pretty much, actually, for VFX, every department is pretty important for us. Because, of course, first AD and DP is the most important thing, but other departments also very important for VFX. Let's say you want to set up green screen, then it goes to you. Of course, you won't set up green screen by yourself.
Yeah, you don't set up green screen by itself. That's the thing too, because there is a lot of confusion that I found, like in student production, that they think like visual effects team, they set up green screen, they do all this work, but this is not visual effects supervisor job. It's a group job.
Well, of course we'd like to help.
We help, yeah,
Yeah, we help, but we don't own green screen.
Right.
Normally, it's grid department they provide.
And we're not trained to actually like do the
Yeah.
green screen, especially if it's big. We don't know the safety rules, and the grid people they specialize to do
Yeah.
that.
And it's already way faster than us.
Yeah, that's for sure.
For other department, like let's say custom design, for custom design department, wardrobe.
Yeah.
Let's say recently we just done a short film called The Golden Man, and we kind of need to work with them a little bit in terms of the clothes, because basically we're going to remove the arm, so we need to know like how we set the clothes.
Yeah, there was a bandage
Yeah.
on the arm, and there was like we need to put a blue sleeve, and they need to make sure that it's not interfere with any like custom design, and like it's ordered first of all, and
Yeah.
that's kind of the logistic of that.
Because they will be in charge for all the customers. So you kind of need to negotiate with them if you need. Okay, tell her, hey, this is VFX, and we're going to remove the arm. Can you make this entire session make it more natural? Look like the arm's not there.
Right, right. And they're the best people to do that. They take like 2 minutes to them, and probably.
Yeah. Instead of we spend like 10 hours work to like fixing post.
Right.
Oh, this is one important rule. Do not ever say we fix in post.
Yeah. This is the last thing that you want to say, but sometimes it's necessary. But really,
Yeah. But
really careful.
do not
yeah.
ever tell anyone we fix in post.
That's fine.
Tell them we modify in post. That's what you should do.
Some people on set have this T-shirt. We'll fix that in post.
That is wrong. Do
That's
not
wrong.
fix things in post. We modify things in post.
Right.
Even though we actually do fix things in post. But do not tell them. They will just give you
don't tell anyone.
they will just give you another trouble. And also the other department, makeup department, you might think makeup department is really not related to us. But actually it does. Like let's say you have a shot, you need to do like hand tracking or facial tracking, you need those like blood dots. And of course you can just do marker pen and just pen on the actor's face. Like it will take like 2 hours to wash.
Right, right.
So
And
you kind of need to talk to the makeup artist. Hey, I need to put this small black dots. Can you do it for me? And kind of teach her like how's the size and where you want to put it.
yeah, and there is a lot of similarity between every set, but each
Yeah.
set function kind of differently, and you need to be able to kind of observe and see who is doing what, who is responsible for what, and
Yeah.
be able to reach out those people if you need to and ask them for help.
Yeah.
And those people have to, and they are professionals in the things that they do.
Yeah, because everyone all work as a team in the production. So we integrate, cooperate each other. So let's really know like specific departments only like help for effects. No, sometimes you never know. Sometimes you might need help from the other departments. So just be nice, talk to people, and do not tell people we fix in post. And make sure do everything quick and fast.
Right.
If
And,
you
and
see
people
some-
will appreciate you for that.
And
They'll
if
think
you
that
see
are-
something wrong, point it out immediately. Do not wait till like end of the day. Hey, I saw this was wrong.
Right.
Then use this. You have to fix it post because you didn't point out immediately. If you point out immediately, they might be able to do another tag to fix this issue.
And the AD, IC and the director of photography, they're usually responsive for that, and they understand that our needs, and they understand that they going to spend more money if they don't do that.
Yeah.
And that's what our job for, to be able to tell them immediately that if there is some violation on the visual effects side, that, like, just basically introducing a lot of trouble to post-production workflow.
Yeah.
What happens when there is no VFX?
Like, if there is no VFX this day, or something happened, if they cancel, something like that.
We normally do two things. Even though still no VFX, sometimes we still keep one person on the set for the whole time to make sure nothing go wrong. Because sometimes, let's say this is no VFX, but they're actually doing some VFX, they just don't realize that it's going to be VFX.
Right.
You need to point out, hey, we're seeing this thing not supposed to be there. Are you gonna make this VFX, or can you move the camera angle, or just have someone remove it, like practically, so we don't need to do this in post? This is something that you have to be careful with on the set. Even though there's more VFX, that doesn't mean you can just like
Always watch out for the little
Yeah.
stuff, because a DP job or director job too, they don't watch out for this little stuff, but we have the trained for notice that.
Especially we have post-production background, we know like what is going to be
possible, or the
Yeah.
problem that will introduce the problem to the shot, right?
So of course, it's no VFX, you can take short break and go around, but so that's why we normally will have two people on the set, and if there's no VFX, we keep one person on the set to make sure nothing go wrong, and the other person can just take break.
Yeah, two person is helpful.
Yeah.
So one person need to take a break, go to the bathroom or whatever it is.
You can just
One
swap.
person is
Yeah.
and it's always on the floor of the production and see what's going on.
Another
Oh, the one question that I want to discuss, the camera data report, right? I think it's pretty important. This is the big thing that
I
we
totally
do.
forgot. Yeah.
The camera data report.
So when on VFX shots, we actually need to mark and record down all the camera data report, like which camera they're using, what's the resolution, aspect ratio, and what's the camera brand. And then once we have this is kind of the information for overall. Then you need to specify the camera lens and the focal length for every single shot.
And every single take, because
Yes.
sometimes they swap the lens even between
Yeah.
takes for the same
Yeah,
shot.
let's say the take 1 and 2 was Canon 24mm lens, but take 3 they switch to 18mm lens. So sometimes you need to specify okay, so this is the camera brand and the lens and focal length. For take 1, 2, and then take 3 they switch to other lens. So you need to mark it down as well. And also you need to record camera movement, camera height, distance to objects, and sometimes you need to do set measurement, sometimes you need to draw a rough map of the set and kind of measuring okay, this wall is this tall, this table is this wide.
Right.
And this is the distance from the wall to character, from the character to this table.
And why you do that exactly? How is that helpful?
In order so let's say this shot is going to be some CG assets going to integrate with the shots. So we need to kind of roughly recreate the set in CG. So we need to know the actual measurement of the sets. At least we know the relationship between the character, the main object, to the camera and to other props on the
Right,
set.
that you can place digital camera correctly in the frame.
Why recording the camera measurement, everything about the camera is so important?
As a mesh, it's actually for mesh move tracking process. Because you are recreating a digital recreating a digital version of the camera.
Original camera.
So you
right?
have to match all the camera data with the physical camera.
Like a lens, if it's a lens, the wrong.
So let's say let's say the physical camera, the shot was shot on Alexa. So then your digital version camera, you need to have the same film back size, and if the lens, and also you have to match the focal length. Let's say you was use Alexa and 24mm lens, then your digital version camera should have the same film back size as Alexa camera, and also has 24mm lens.
Yeah. That's
What
amazing.
are the pros and cons of recording shots in different cameras? For instance, if you have a shot and you're recording one type of camera, and you have another shot that's sequenced to that, recording a different camera. What is the pros and the cons of that?
Well, people usually try to record it with the one camera, right?
Yeah, because it's also easier for us. We try to make everything consistent. For pros, I won't really say there's any pros. Well, for production, might be a pros because it might be with some schedule issue, budget issue.
Right. If they have like a two camera at the same time, maybe they record the camera A and camera B, and they don't have budget to buy the
make-
same cameras.
Yeah.
I rent the same cameras.
Or maybe the beginning production was using a camera and then they did some pickup afterwards, and they didn't have enough budget to get the camera they were
yeah,
using.
like a B unit or pickup
Yeah.
unit.
And
But this is usually like more like paying
yeah,
than like actually any advantage, because then you need to track this footage and you need to know that this is been shoot with the different camera, and all this data need to go to the post-production workflow, and people need to be aware of that. And if you're using like 3, 4, 5 cameras, it just get more confusing and just worse.
Because
overall.
each camera has different color workflow and different aspect ratio. Aspect ratio will be always the same, but there will be different film back size. So let's, as I mentioned, for match moving and tracking process, when you're recreating those digital camera, you have to match the film back size. But let's say the show was shot on 2 different cameras, and normally in the actual VFX house, normally they're getting like more than 500 shots, and you have like so many different camera information. It will just make everyone really confused.
Right.
But there's really no way to get rid of this issue because it happens all the time. So you just that's why data wrangler and VFX technician on the set is very important. You have to mark down this shot was shot on which camera and what's the lens.
The VFX report.
Yeah. So we rely on this VFX report a lot.